play a game called Fair or Square.
Please, explain the rules.
We've both got images of old-fashioned 90s clothing, and each of us going to go through it and say if it is fair, which is meaning it's valid, I would wear that, or square, meaning traditional garbage, old-fashioned, okay? Welcome everybody to episode 8 of the Ed Squared podcast. Look who's back.
I'm here.
I'm a bit out of breath because I've just ran so close the windows. I actually am. That's how shocked I am that we've managed to get Ed back in the room, really. He's back. And it may look like the exact same building, but we're actually in a different place. So
It's just the white walls.
And the same decor.
Yeah,
but welcome everybody back to episode 8. Last episode was a bit mad. So we're going to try and reinstall a bit of professionalism this episode.
That will happen because I'm here.
Yeah. No, I feel like, definitely want to move my mates back home, which a few of the episodes have been before. Hasn't been as hasn't been as articulate, maybe.
And nobody else has been called Ed, so it doesn't really make any sense.
True.
It's going well.
The set is falling apart. Anyway, welcome everybody to episode 8 of the podcast. It seems like it's been a while since me and Ed have been in the same room, mate. What have you been up to?
I've been here a couple of times.
Not on the podcast though.
No, true. Well, you know what I've been up to. I'm failing
I don't, mate. I actually don't.
Yeah, you do. I just tried to do my walk, didn't I?
Yeah. We talked
Keyword
about
there is tried.
Yeah, Ed went on a walk. Currently on a little break now, I think, right?
Either a break or just packing it in until like next summer, maybe.
Okay.
Just because we both did not realise how expensive it was to walk the entire country and have to pay for food.
A lot has happened really since we've last got together. Especially on the podcast. I turned 20. Did a lot of things. I've been to Liverpool recently. Have you been on any holidays so far in the summer? It's very hot right now.
I went to Amsterdam.
Yeah. What do you get up to there?
Stag do. So
Stag do.
Things I really shouldn't talk about on the internet.
Oh, true. A stag do. Whatever happens on the stag do stays on the stag do.
Exactly.
Which I think a lot of the time is an excuse people have to do whatever they want, really. But I guess,
it is what it is.
It's like the saying, boys will be boys. What? So the boys can just murder and then get away with it? I don't really understand that.
I don't think that's what it is.
I turned 20. It was like a month ago now. But 20 is like the big one, You kind of feel like you can't call your mum and dad, you can't call your mum and dad, but you've got to have your shit together a bit more, You must have turned 20 like 10 odd years ago. When did you turn 20, man?
Close.
Yeah?
Yeah, like 8 years ago.
Do you remember turning 20? Like,
yeah.
Not that big of a deal. I bet when you look back at the years, it's not that big of a deal.
No,
but 20,
You still look exactly the same.
Thanks,
You still look like a 10-year-old, so...
Which is kind of I'm still getting ID'd when I'm 20, which I suppose I'll take it because it's kind of a compliment. Got a little baby face still. I went to Liverpool as well recently, which is very close to Manchester.
Yeah.
With my girlfriend. Felt like a bit of a holiday.
To Liverpool, yeah.
Liverpool. Hey, what are you saying about Liverpool, man?
Nothing.
No, it was very close.
I've never been.
My girlfriend treated it as a holiday, but I also was very aware we're taking a train that takes 30 minutes. That's not a holiday in my eyes, do you know what I mean? It was good. It was the first time I stayed in a hotel just without my parents.
By yourself?
No, of course, with Katie. But it felt like...
It's the first time you two have stayed in a hotel together?
Yeah, just me and her.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I haven't been in a hotel with anybody else. But it is the first time, yeah. Did that, and she loved it. She was going around all the touristy parts. I liked it.
What did you do?
Well, I just went along for the ride, man. I felt like I was.
She went away to the touristy bits. I just wandered about. I just went to the pub. Yeah.
But I went around Liverpool, and everywhere tries to associate itself with the Beatles, man. Went down the classic, the Club Tavern. Club Tavern.
No, I literally know nothing.
They have a lot of history, but I felt like I'm not really that interested in history, so a lot of time I was a bit bored.
Yeah.
Amsterdam, on the other hand, you're still not going to talk about it though.
I mean, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And all the reason everyone goes there is obviously so they can smoke weed.
To have a fun time, you know.
So they can smoke weed.
Yeah, smoke weed. Yeah. Did you smoke any weed?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
You do, don't you? You kind of feel like you can't
Well,
go there without doing it. And beers there.
Yeah.
One beer costs more than a packet of cigarettes.
I see.
Yeah. Packet of cigarettes like €7. A beer is €8.
I swear everywhere in Europe people are just having so many cigarettes. Is that why they're cheaper? I don't know.
I don't know. No idea.
Neither are good for you.
No.
They shouldn't be cheap.
No.
But we'll take it.
But yeah, I went to a couple of touristy bits, but most of the time it was just drinking and going to coffee shops. So.
Fair. My mate went to Czech the other month, and he was saying how this pint costs like £2, like the equivalent of £2. Insane, mate.
Yeah, it's the same in Croatia as well.
I just want to go Europe to just kind of.
You either go somewhere where you can get the beers cheap, or somewhere where you can legally smoke weed. That's just like all you go to. I'm joking. It's a beautiful place.
Not really promoting soberness, just doing loads of drugs. Yeah. Apart from that, though, I feel like we've not seen each other for a while, but it has been summer as well, so maybe we haven't been getting.
Yeah, I just didn't want to see you.
Yeah. We are now not roommates either. That's probably why you're not seeing me as much as well. We're not housemates.
Not housemates. Yeah.
Housemates, yeah. Are you happy about that?
No, my house is really boring.
Oh, so you're saying you actually do miss me?
I miss having anyone in the house that I can really hang out with.
So you're just using me for company?
I mean, isn't that what friends do?
Yeah, I suppose. But there's definitely them ones who you feel like that's happening more. Like, you'll definitely get in touch more with your friends during summer. I don't know. I know people who you can just see how they're just...
It might be because I'm at uni most of the time, and not in summer obviously, and you don't really have time to go and see people who are far away from.
True.
And you want to see people who are in Manchester because it's easier for us right now anyway.
But looking at it quite sadly, that's all friends are really. We're just using each other's time to be happy. But anyway,
What?
Well, that's all friends.
Yeah.
You can put it as simply as as that, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
People, I'd like to think we don't use each other.
No.
No, but I
Don't
guess
think
if
so.
you're quite cynical, you could put it that way. That's all friends are.
I mean, you're drinking all the drinks I just brought over, so.
True, and you can use friends for stuff like that, yeah. No, man. Do you want to talk about the walk a little bit later?
I mean, yeah, it's probably a big bulk of what I can talk about.
But
at the same time, it was only 4 days out of the 43, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can move on to that. We can leave it there for the intro if you want, or is there anything?
Yeah. No. Like. Usually when I was doing it with you.
Yeah.
Many moons ago. We'd just say what we'd done in the week. Like, what have you done this week?
Well, true.
Have you done anything this week? That's interesting. If not, then don't say anything.
I went to Liverpool, like I said.
Yeah.
Not this
Quick
week.
fire.
Not this week.
Nothing.
No, man. Nothing's been happening.
Jesus
this
Christ,
week.
you're boring.
No, my sister's oh god, my girlfriend's mother came around.
Oh.
We had a nice little meal. But recently, man, no. But I was saying, like, since the last podcast episode, a lot has happened. I passed my driving test. Pretty sick.
True. Yeah. You probably talked about all this on episodes.
No. I haven't recorded an episode in like a month, man. This is why I have to get back on it. We need to get back on it, but yeah, we're back. Head square.
I've done nothing this week either.
Oh, okay.
Other
I was
than
going to
sleep.
ask you.
Literally sleep and work. So.
You seem like quite... I want to cheer you up in this podcast, because you messed up this walk, Ed. I want to get... This is what I want to do in this hour. I want to cheer you up.
Okay.
Maybe also take the piss out of you a bit. I'm good?
Yeah.
I feel like right now, Ed, these are the good old days, you know. You're going to be thinking...
What do you mean everyone online hates me because I don't like Ricky Gervais?
Yeah, man. You just got, you've got to embrace the hate. No.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. We can talk about the TikTok hate a bit later.
Yeah, we could do.
Oh, we don't?
Yeah, we should. Embrace the hate. It's great.
Embrace the hate.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, in 20 years maybe, when you look back on this and you're in a nice little house, Ed, maybe with a wife, you'll be thinking, God, I wish I was in this room with that ginger twat again, Talking absolute bollocks.
Yeah. We might still be doing it.
Might still be doing it. Imagine.
Might blow up, mate.
I think you will have grey hair in 20 years.
I've got grey hair now, so.
Sorry, a bit of a sore spot.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ed, as a student, life's hard. We're both students, Ed.
Yes.
But recently, on top of this, cost of living. So not just students are struggling to bloody eat.
Mm-hmm.
Now on a level, everything's gone up. Prices are going up.
Yes, I agree.
And I'm just saying, even before this cost of living thing, I was really lazy at cooking. But now...
You're still lazy at cooking.
But now I've got an excuse. Oh, prices are too high, man. Basically...
We've definitely talked about your eating habits on the podcast.
We have talked about my eating habits before, but I'm just saying how this cost of living thing is facilitating me to think like, these food habits I have are more acceptable. Because the government have done it to me. That's what I'm saying.
But they haven't changed.
Prices have gone up, right?
Yeah, prices have gone up, but your eating habits haven't changed, is what I'm saying.
Maybe not.
Since I've known you, you've eaten the
Just
same
means
thing.
I have more of an excuse now, though. Yeah, I'm doing this because I can't afford it.
Okay, right.
No, but
okay. I won't tell anyone.
I'm a uni student, and I'm a type of guy where I'm basically a bit lazy.
He eats plates of meat.
I eat.
And that's it.
I will season my meat, but also there's not a lot of things that come aside the meat. There's not a lot of veg.
Can you take that out of context and put it on TikTok? I'll season my meat.
I do love my meat, but not with anything else. I just want the meat. There you go. There's
the clip.
No, but I'm very, I'd say, caveman with it. I don't mean to be, but I'll go to the shop. What do I need? Wrap, meat, eggs, and then I won't think, shit. I need vegetables. I need all these things to survive. So this is a call out. I need help. I'm gonna come. Did you
tell me that you were eating? Do you have vitamins?
Yeah. Sometimes I have vitamin tablets, so that
whenever you feel like
anxiety that I'm gonna slowly just deteriorate.
I'm not eating. I'm eating only meat and bread.
Maybe if I was your age, mate, I'd probably worry about it. But now I'm a young buck. Fuck you. So yeah. What about you, man?
I had a Mackey's before I came here, but that's the first takeaway I've got in a while because I haven't been able to afford it because of the rise of the cost of living.
No, but for real, I'm just saying.
I eat mainly at work because I work in a food place. I do quite long shifts. So if I'm there in the morning at 7 a.m, I'll eat at about 10.
Yeah.
And then when I'm leaving at 4, I just steal some more food and then take it home with me.
Sound. I've come accustomed to do that as well. I work in this restaurant for 3 hours, and no, I don't actually. I do not do anything. I do not take anything home. I'm a very respectable guy. No, we just.
What do people you work with watch this? Or?
I don't know. No, yeah, I do take some stuff home. It's nice. Yeah. But bonus of working there, right? You know what I mean? But what we're trying to say is, us, mate, we're not getting by. Think about people with like 6 or 5 kids. They've got like 7 kids running around, and it's bloody £5. No, it's not £5 for a pint of milk. But I'm just saying, it is getting a bit mad.
That's exactly like. Do you remember that video ages ago of Bill Gates trying to guess how much stuff costs?
Yeah. Mate, I think 20 years, pint of milk.
Yeah, that video will be completely right.
Yeah, he will be right. Just maybe 100 years later, he'll be right.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just like what them people are. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. They're living in the future, so they've already travelled to that time, and they know. Now I'm trying shit. There we go though. Ed, it's more accepting that I'm having this diet now because I can just say, look, cost of living, guys. God, I can play that sympathy.
Yeah, but every time you have that diet, you ask me whether you think you'll be okay.
And every time I talk to you, I've survived.
Sure.
I've survived, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe I need to go see a doctor. I think if I go to a doctor, imagine I have this diet for like 10 years, and then I go to a doctor like, yeah, mate, you've got like 2 years to live. Fuck, I should have listened to Ed. Man.
I think you'll be fine.
Okay, we'll be fine. What does your diet consist of? If you're not eating food from work, then what are you cooking up?
Whatever I can afford.
Yeah.
So, but I don't tend to use the kitchen at my house because it's horrendous and there's like 10 other people that live there.
Yeah.
So I just try and avoid it.
Living with
so I just have like ready meals in the fridge. Maybe like filled pasta and put some pesto through it. Maybe some peas.
Do you feel like you're living in Tracy Beaker sometimes? You know when they're that house with like 10 kids, 12 kids. Do you feel like you maybe can relate to Tracy Beaker? Cause
no, I don't.
I kind of felt that sometimes. Like, yo, just let me cook. But yeah.
No, No, I don't have that thought usually.
Okay.
But no, I don't enjoy the house now. The only good thing is I basically have exclusive access to the garden, so I just get to go chill in the garden and nobody else has a fucking clue how to get out there.
Yeah.
Because one of the gates is fucking locked, so
yeah.
It's still locked as well. Like, I don't know.
What's your kind of attitude now, though, man? Because, like I said, got this cost of living thing going off. It seems like nowadays there's a lot of outrageous stuff going on in the news, but it happens so often that it becomes normal. So, as I'm asking, in these times of, maybe not right now, but say we peak COVID, what does your brain do automatically? Because some people didn't they? They curled up in their house and just stayed, and they were scared of the coronavirus, right?
I think I definitely do that more.
In times of crisis,
since
what
COVID,
are you like?
I mean, times of crisis. I
don't
know.
What I mean? Like, imagine a zombie apocalypse.
I mean, a zombie apocalypse. We've talked about that as well.
Comparable.
But, yeah. No, I'm thinking, like, during COVID, it was waves of the two extreme opposites of each other. So
Right.
it's like, I want to curl up in the house and do nothing and play games and not leave, order in food and, just not have to move. But then you do that for a few days and then you're just like, I need to get out right now.
True. Yeah, no, because that's...
Even if it's just a walk around the block.
Yeah.
I'm
just saying, has that made us, like, more... After coronavirus, are more people scared? Like, they live more scared lives, right? I'm just thinking, like, all these things happening in the news, it's going to scare people to just go outside.
Yeah, no, I feel like people will... I don't know... People got so fucking annoyed of just not being able to do anything that everyone goes and does stuff now, like, constantly.
Yeah. Well, do you still think that still happened? I think that was true maybe in the first 3 months or whatever. But I don't know. It just seems like...
I found it crazy that there were no restrictions in the in Manchester Airport.
Wow. No mask anymore?
Nothing.
No.
Not even while I was getting on the plane. Not even when I got to Amsterdam. And coming back, there was nothing. No masks, no checks on your COVID pass or anything.
Or a lot of countries are taking back the vaccine thing now. So a lot of countries in Europe and stuff, you don't have to be vaccinated at all to do that. So
no, I didn't. I could have literally got on that plane with COVID.
So it's the masks and it's the vaccines, and maybe it's just it's not like a fact, but it's kind of the government's going back on it. Like, that doesn't mean anything. They're maybe not validating.
They're just kind of relying on the vaccine, I think. But there were quite a few people that didn't get it, and it's like they can still contract it and get really ill from it still. So.
I don't know. I think I have slightly different views with you on that. I don't know.
What?
Like, I'm vaccinated myself, but at the same time, I'm not going to tell someone who isn't, like, what they can do. And I think they should
I'm not.
travel.
Well, I didn't say that they weren't allowed to.
No. The Ricky Gervais thing all over again.
Wow.
We're going to get hate on TikTok.
I am.
Should we talk about that a little bit after?
Yeah.
No. So, moving on from cost of living, we're struggling students. That's the summary of that. Blah, blah, blah. Two whiny little people. Yeah, we don't have a family to feed, okay? Two whiny little people. But another thing we want to whine about now is TikTok, guys. TikTok. No, I just think it's really interesting. A lot of very mean people on TikTok, but only on TikTok. You don't get it on YouTube.
Only on TikTok.
You don't get it on Instagram.
There's like one or two people who are just like, oh yeah, keep it up, guys, and then everyone else on TikTok is just, it's not for everyone.
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean,
it's fucking jokes.
So yeah, we've been posting a lot of like shorts and TikToks and stuff. Yeah. It's just been interesting, but it's a very good way to grow a platform. So we'll just see how it is.
Decaying
guys. How we do? Yeah, no. Have you? So I also went to Liverpool. But like,
what did you do in Liverpool?
What did I do I told you, man. I went to Liverpool for.
So you
a
did
couple
all
days with my girlfriend.
You did all the touristy bits with Katie.
Yeah.
You did all the touristy bits. What touristy things are in fucking Liverpool?
Right, this is.
So you had the Beatles thing.
Right.
That road, anyway.
Yeah. So went around a museum, man.
What was it? Museum of?
Art, I think. Yeah, and like an art museum.
Just an art gallery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looked a couple of things.
And
then we
museum.
Then we took this bus tour. It was my first time doing like a tour guide bus.
Oh shit! Was it the open top one?
Yeah.
Oh my god! What did you see in Liverpool? I've never been, but I'm genuinely curious.
Let me give you a summary. That's where that person used to live. So there's a lot of like past celebrities. The Beatles manager used to live there. This guy from the Beatles. But it was really funny though. We went on this tour bus the second time, And this, we went on and...
We went on it twice.
We went around it twice. Don't know, it was a long day, man. Just let me get to a fucking story.
Nothing else to do.
I'm trying to tell this fucking story.
Alright, carry on.
Went on this bus, and it was the second time we were going around. And this time, me and Katie got on, and all it was foreign Asian students. So it was me, and then a whole top of Asian students. And I think this meant this guy, the tour guide, was like, I can get away with saying some more dodgy... Not really dodgy, but he was cracking dark jokes, man. Like... tour guides are meant to be light-hearted. Maybe crack a couple mainstream jokes. This guy was dropping World War II jokes. Like, he was saying, we see a 2-story building over there. Recently redecorated by the Luftwaffe in World War II. Bro, he's talking about fucking bombings. And I genuinely just think he thought, these Asian people have no clue what I'm saying. So he just thought, I'm going to have fun while at work. And, yeah.
It's not exactly too soon for a joke like that, is it?
I don't know, yeah. When is it too soon?
It's not. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that joke.
The funny thing was, though, I think he wouldn't have said it in front of loads of people who knew English. He didn't know we were up there, and he was just trying to get away with some more stuff at work.
I don't know. I think he would have said it anyway.
Yeah. Would you ever go to Liverpool? I mean, it was.
I want to go to Liverpool.
Yeah.
But.
You can do it in a day. I think.
Like literally half an hour train, right?
However, mate, you may think Liverpool is boring, but have you seen Paddy the Baddy? He's recently won a fight in the UFC.
I don't keep up with the UFC, but I keep up. I've seen him and his jokes.
It's just pretty interesting. He's one of the in a while someone from England coming out on the UFC.
Yeah.
So it's
he's doing well, right?
Yeah. Well, there's Tom Aspinall and then there's Paddy the Baddy recently now, and he's absolutely blown up. But the trajectory he's going now, it seems like he's going to be another Conor McGregor. He just seems like that type of person.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be really interesting to see if he does go that high. He reaches that potential.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of interviews with him, and it's one of those talk show things where he's just a bit like a Lad Bible interview, where they get him to do something stupid.
Yeah.
And I think there was one where it was giving him cards or something, and he had to answer each one.
Okay.
And there was one that was just how many grown men would it take to beat up a grizzly bear? And he just goes, 1, me! Oh! And then just throws the card away.
He's the realest guy, I swear.
Yeah.
He's one of the realest guys in the UFC, but I feel like that's all Scousers, man. When I went there, so happy. All the people went into this bar. It was a karaoke bar down this canal with their thing. Just singing the heart out. I think it was only 7 o'clock. It wasn't even that late.
Yeah.
In Liverpool, everyone was constantly getting pissed, I swear.
I mean,
we should go for a night out there.
What day was it?
Midweek.
Perfect.
Bloody midweek, mate.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool.
That's why everyone was smashed early, so they could get up for work the next day.
But we should definitely watch a UFC fight together, man.
Yeah, doesn't that happen at 3 a.m?
It does, but no. There's been 2 events in London in the past 6 or 7 months, so which means it's good if there's fights on in the UK. They're not done too late.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah, we should watch it sometime.
Yeah. I just like watching the highlights, really.
Yeah, no, the highlights are sick. I'm more susceptible. I'm a bit of a basic fan. I don't know too much about it, but recent people. Whenever there's a new rise of someone from the UK who I see, he's gonna be massive in whatever sport, I all of a sudden have a burst of interest in them. So yeah.
I mean, Paddy the Baddy's the only one that I even know is in the UFC.
Right. Yeah. Can you name anybody else from UFC?
No.
Conor McGregor.
Well, does he fight much? No, he doesn't, does he?
I was just saying.
No, I'm pretty sure he doesn't fight much. And then I just know old fighters because I used to watch it a bit more.
Yeah.
And it was what are they? I don't know them. Yeah, I can't remember their names.
No. Basically, what I'm saying is, I'm gonna get you into it, mate.
Yeah, there's Thingy Jones. What's his name? Is it John Jones?
John Jones, yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember his name. No, don't worry. I literally, it was sick. I used to have all the UFC games. So,
yeah. Well, UFC is a good game to play. Not as good as this bloody next one we're gonna play, mate. So, thought of a new game, Ed.
Okay.
It's a bit far-fetched, guys, but you can tell me how it is. This is, we're boosting up the ideas here. So we're called Ed Squared as a podcast, and I thought, I was like, whoa, you can describe someone as square. So square meaning like old fashioned, right? Mm-hmm. Old fashioned vibes. So I thought, let's play a game called Fair or Square. Mm-hmm. We both got some images.
Please explain the rules.
We both got some images of. Today we're going to be doing fashion. We've both got images of old-fashioned 90s clothing, and each of us going to go through it and say if it is fair, which is meaning it's valid, I would wear that, or if I was of the opposite gender, I'd wear that, or square, meaning traditional garbage, old-fashioned. Okay. So we're going to see...
Which I have a really bad feeling that we're going to look at all of them and be like, well, they're vintage clothes and everyone wears them now, so probably...
I think you're going to have that more than me, man.
Okay.
You know?
All
but
right. No
we'll
worries.
go through it, and we'll pop the images on screen. Ed, do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, show me the first one.
So, we're going with, as I said to you, there's a character in... Oh, my pop shield's just falling down. I was just sliding down, I was just going like this. There's a character in a TV programme that you've heard of, but will never have watched it.
Alright.
Called Saved by the Bell.
I have heard of it, yeah.
Yeah? Oh, this is fun.
But as I said, man, you're significantly older than me, and I think that was in the 90s.
I mean, yes.
So, you know,
I only watched it a little bit. No, because I need to lips this mic.
You need to lips the mic,
yeah. So there's a character in it called Slater. I think this is him anyway. I'm pretty sure it's him.
Imagine you got it wrong.
Yeah. But yeah, this guy, I don't like his fit. But what do you think?
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Fit.
Do you think he's fit?
Right. So first of all, looking at this image,
yeah.
Sexy man. You know?
Okay, yeah.
But I'm not going to look at the man, I'm going to look at the fit.
Look at the clothes, yeah.
I think that me,
yeah,
fair.
You'd wear that?
I think it's kind of swag.
I'd love to see you wearing that.
Lad's holiday or something like that. Yeah, I feel
Going
like...
to our beef for boys?
Not seriously, but I think there's worse fashion trends. I'm going to... this is bold, and you probably wouldn't agree, but I think...
No, you wouldn't catch me dead wearing that.
No.
But...
Oh, okay, I wouldn't wear it then, so I'm going to go square.
You wouldn't wear it?
No.
Yeah, that's what this game's
Fair.
about. Will you wear this?
No, that is square, man.
But
That's
also,
old-fashioned.
you know, if you've got a girl's clothes on here, like you're going to show me girls' clothes, I will act as if I'm a woman and whether I'd wear it or not.
We are a modern podcast, man.
Indeed.
Shut up.
Right, just show me yours. So you're saying fair for Slater's weird...
Fair.
You'd wear
like
that,
it.
yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
First one, man.
This is just...
Okay. We can... Well, we need to recharge the batteries.
Fuck it. We'll just use
we'll just use this one.
No,
we've got
zoom
your
in on
going.
me.
Yeah. So the first trend which is popular in the 90s is denim on denim, man. So this is the thing. Double denim. Double D. Right now. What are you saying?
I don't think I'd wear it.
No.
Because I don't really wear blue jeans.
Okay.
Myself, and to have them also on my body, I think it'd be a bit too much.
Let's just say denim on denim as a whole.
I think it's fine. People pull it off. People definitely pull it off.
Fair or square?
Well, the whole thing of the game is whether I'd wear it or not. It's whether you'd wear it or not.
Is that fair?
So
like,
square.
fair.
Square. I'm not wearing it.
Okay.
I'm not wearing
Fair
it.
enough, man. No. I'd
But I
probably say
respect people who do.
Alright. I feel like it's just going to be us because we're boring. Our clothing style's boring. So it's like, who would dare to wear that?
No.
Yeah.
I've got... Oh, wait, it's mine.
Yeah. No, I think denim on denim's fine, man.
Yeah.
You don't see many people wearing it nowadays, though.
Right, so I've got like quite a few styles here, but it's kind of like an overarching style.
Okay.
It's the Spice Girls, and it was like when they're at the height of their fame, and just wondering whether you'd wear any of these clothes.
Right, far left. If I was a girl, had the body, wanted to get a bit freaky, go to the club, yeah,
right.
Sure.
Okay.
Far left, yeah, fair.
Fair.
Next one in, square, dead.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
Next one in, if I was in Brazil and having a little, party, sure, but most of the time, square.
Okay.
Right one next. A little bit of red, and I love red.
Yeah.
I think that's promiscuous, man. Get rid of the little scarf thing that she's got on.
Definitely not a little scarf.
And then, I like it because, that's fair.
What, the second
Get
from...
rid of the scarf. Get rid of the scarf, I think that's fair.
What, you'd just be wearing your pants?
Once again, if I was on a mad one.
Yeah.
And then I think far right is too square, man. That's proper 90s, isn't it?
Shit, yeah.
Nobody's wearing that nowadays.
No.
Wow. That's like a combo.
Yeah.
That's
I thought it was
mad.
quite a good image.
I feel like I'm in the 90s right now just looking at that,
Yeah. So it was Fair, square,
Get an
fair,
average.
square. Yeah,
What's the average? Square.
It's square.
Square. Wow, we're being really boring and traditional.
Yeah,
I
you
think
wear
this
some of them.
one I'm gonna be really offended. No, actually, that's biased. Next one, we got Will Smith in the old style like tracksuits
Fucking
he used
fair.
to wear. Yeah, cool as fuck. I think if I see someone wearing that now,
Yeah.
but as long as they're not like 40 or above, maybe 35.
Oh, so me. Yeah, I
If
can't
you were
wear
wearing
it.
that,
Yeah.
no. But Will Smith back in the day, sure.
Mhm.
And probably Will Smith now because he can get away with it.
Yeah, I don't actually. Yeah, if we're going by would you wear it, then no.
What if I wore that outfit?
I mean, you've probably got that outfit. So.
I have got a jacket like that.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Fair or square, man?
For me, square. I wouldn't wear it, but
Okay.
I like it.
Mhm.
So I'd like to be able to wear it, but
Yeah.
I just don't think I'd pull it off.
Yeah. Okay. We are being really cynical and not.
No,
cynical.
no.
I think it just needs to be left in the past. I think it's fair.
Yeah,
to say.
we're looking at clothes from the 90s. Like I was
Yeah.
thinking, oh, they're all just going to be vintage clothes that you find in the fucking thrift shop down in
Yeah,
Manchester
no.
right now.
No, I think I was going for like styles. kind of thing.
Yeah. All right, one more, yeah.
Yeah, one more for you.
So, I think these are definitely in now.
We should probably be describing these as well, for the audio listeners. I hope we have been. Anyway,
We haven't.
We haven't been. Okay.
But, right, so
okay, next one.
this image is of a pair of jeans on
You don't-
on a lady.
Yes, next one. So we got
Flares.
like baggy jeans.
Flares.
Flary jeans.
Flares.
Flary jeans, man.
Mhm.
Yeah. And if I was a woman or just a guy.
Either, mate.
Okay. I think on girls, valid. Guys can wear them if they want, but for me, square.
If you're a woman,
Old-fashioned.
if you're a woman, would you wear those?
Yeah, that's fair then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with fair.
Okay.
They've come back in fashion. I think they look sick on
Everyone
something.
wears flares.
Everyone wears flares. Would you class these I've got on
No.
now? I've got like
They're boot
straight
cut,
baggy
mate.
jeans.
Yeah.
They're not boot cut, man. Don't say they're boot cut. Yeah. So
So fair
Just-
on those, yeah.
yeah,
Fair on the
just
flares,
going
yeah.
back. We talked about denim, and what was the other one? I'm just trying to say if we described them for everybody.
Oh, so we had Slater from Saved by the Bell. He was wearing literally a blue vest and blue
Yeah.
shorts.
Yeah.
Both but the shorts were a slightly different colour than the vest.
And it was also a colour you'd only see in that era. Like nobody. I
Yeah,
feel like it
well,
was
baby
very
blue.
bright colours. Yeah.
Baby blue, yeah.
Yeah.
And then my second one was just look up the Spice Girls. And it's like the
some
second
Spice Girls
image.
clothing. So finally, well, I think that's all because I also had them style of jeans.
No, the
really.
flares, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we.
Yeah, I'd
I
wear them
think-
too.
Yeah, would you wear these type of jeans?
What, the all type?
No, you wouldn't wear them,
No,
would you? No,
I don't like blue jeans.
Oh,
But if I
right.
was I just don't like wearing them.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know why. But no, if I was a girl, I'd wear whatever coloured flare, blue,
I think
whatever
flares look
jeans.
cool, man.
Yeah, they look nice.
But yeah, that's the new kind of
That
segment we're
was
trying.
fair and squared.
That was
fair or squared.
Fair
Yeah.
or square, guys.
Not and.
Wow, we're getting all radio with the segments, guys. But yeah, let us
Like
know.
presenting Bullseye in the 90s.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Let us know maybe
Contestant, come on down.
let us know what topics you want us to do. So, maybe shoes. Maybe technology. So just old-fashioned things. Maybe some things that Ed would know that he can explain to me. So yeah.
As
Ed
I said
swears-
when we were thinking of this, I was only 7 max in the 90s.
He wasn't. He's lying, guys. He's
Fuck
like
off.
35 plus, man.
Hello, welcome back to section 3.
Of the Ed Squared podcast.
Episode.
8.
Did we mention that at the start?
Yeah, I did actually,
Oh.
because I'm a beautiful host. Ed, on a less beautiful note, not something quite sad, but something didn't quite go your way in the most recent thing. What
Talking
have
about
you
the
been
walk.
up to?
Talking about the walk, Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned previously,
Mm-hmm.
what was
That I
it?
failed.
3 or 4 episodes ago that you were going on a walk.
Yeah, so it was John O'Groats to Land's End. 860 miles, was going to be about 43 days.
Across the UK.
Yeah, from the top to the bottom. And the short and long of it, mate, I lasted for 4 days
4 days.
out of 43.
Mad. Nearly 100 hours though.
60 miles
60 miles.
out of 860.
You know, it's kind of like, but I get what you mean. It's not just like running a 100 meters race, man. You know, it's a lot longer than that.
I didn't prepare for it.
Didn't prepare for it.
Not enough anyway. Like, nowhere near enough. Packed a bag that was fucking
So
stupid.
let's go. After talking to you about it, I've talked about it like 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start training for this walk across the UK, north to south, thousands of miles? Not thousands, 1,000 and something, right?
Probably like 2 months prior.
Okay.
But I ended up then not preparing for it like a few weeks before. So like 2 weeks before I didn't do anything.
Okay.
And it just turned into a bit of a party holiday, and then I ended up being on the train to John O'Groats hungover. So it just, my training just went out the window, and then my packing was awful as well. So like, I ended up with a bag that was about 30 kilos, and I had to carry that around, and it was just like, fucked.
It sounds awful. So do you think work hard, play hard? It's a myth, mate. You can't do it. You think looking back at it,
as long as the working hard isn't exercising. You know, working hard could mean anything.
Because I feel like with you, so you did a little bit of training, but the drinking stayed the same. You still, because you had a lot of stag do's, you had some weddings,
I mean,
you had
drinking
holidays.
got worse because I had all those things.
You guys did it in summer, right? And you know, summer, there's a lot more temptations.
Even Scotland is warm as fuck in the summer. Like, I think we were gonna probably.
So started at the top of Scotland, which is called
John O'Groats.
John O'Groats.
Yeah.
And when was this? Was about like a month ago or something? A week and a bit ago.
Yeah.
I started there, so you got to train up there. You turn up.
12-hour train journey.
Yeah, you turn up at John O'Groats.
Turn up at Wick, which is the village before it. Stayed there for a night. In a hotel.
Okay.
And then we got a taxi to.
Chilling.
Chilling. Ready to go.
You're like.
Ready to go.
The calm before the storm.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it. We're both, well, John's still doing it now, but arrive in Wick, stay there, get a taxi to John O'Groats to start the walk officially. Send all my Instagram posts saying, yeah, we're about to start. If you want to donate, go here, and here.
Yeah.
We start the walk. First day, so confident.
Yeah.
John's behind me, and I'm thinking, this guy's slow as fuck. What's going on? Hurry
How
up,
long?
John.
How long have you started walking before this gap happened?
No, it was like I just kept charging away, and I don't know why. Even though it was uphill slightly. Like the first bit was okay. My feet weren't hurting. My back was fine. Obviously, literally just started. Just very confident. Get to the end of the first day, and I've got a blister that like basically covers my entire little right toe.
And was it a blister you've experienced before? Or was it like a I'm here type blister? Or was it
probably one of the worst blisters I've ever had.
Yeah, on the little toe as well.
Yeah, on my right little toe, but like the whole end of it was just a bubble. Basically.
So you're just walking, and your little toes is twice as thick.
Yeah.
Just twice as thick. So you walk in. So how am I imagining it? First day you're walking on like main roads type thing, or what are you walking?
Every day we walked on the same main road.
Same main road. God.
A9 goes from the top of Scotland all the way down to Edinburgh.
That must be so boring.
The sights are insane.
Okay.
Scotland is a beautiful place.
I've never been.
Amazing. But yeah, that just meant that there were hills everywhere. They just killed me off. So yeah, first day got to a campsite. On the first day, John snapped one of his tent poles on his tent. And his sun
Only a few more days to go.
And his sun cream exploded in his bag.
So first day.
John was obviously very upset on the first day. He didn't think that it was just like, how can it all go wrong so quickly? And I was just like, oh mate, I'm fine. I don't know. Like we'll power through. Like, I'll help you out. Second day,
So you slept overnight in a tent.
Yeah, but in
how
a,
was
in a
that?
campsite.
In a campsite, so it was okay.
So
Not as bad. Right. Okay. Second night.
Second day, started fine. Same thing. Walking on a main road. Way less around this time for some reason, and it was just like farmers' fields the entire way. And then we were probably 4 hours into our 6 hours of walking for the day. Got to the second village of the day. Bought a few supplies and then started walking again. And because I stopped, my leg decided that it then figured out that I pulled all the muscles in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was like the entirety from like there up to here, just all at the back of my leg, just pulled every muscle.
So as soon as you stopped this village, your legs just like,
so
nah, I don't want this anymore. I was okay for
just
2
like
hours, but now.
Yeah, so I pulled them up. I've got that huge blister on my little toe. Massive, like, bad pain now in the back of my leg. I'm just hobbling around, like looking like a shit myself, like with this huge bag on my back.
Just these Scottish people like, what's he doing?
Looking like a fucking zombie going through the street. Well, not even through the street, just on a main road.
What is this Englishman
lorries.
doing in my town?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that was another thing, actually. All the people in Scotland, in that area of Scotland, are lovely people.
All right.
They're like, talk to you, make sure you're okay. Like, do you need
And it was
anything?
like a real rural place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were towns like every 15 miles. Like, nothing, right?
Yeah.
We got to the end of the second day. Had another blister on my right foot, but my left foot was absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with my left foot. I think it was because my leg started hurting. I started walking on my foot funny.
Oh.
I was like rubbing about.
Yeah.
I think the second day we camped just in a random place. I don't remember where it was.
Like not in a campsite. This time it was like kind of you were fighting for yourself. Like you were just in a random field somewhere in Scotland.
Yeah. But you're like
lions, tigers, and bears could come at you, kind of thing. But the Scottish equivalent, really, maybe
a
fox,
a beaver.
Maybe. Beaver.
Yeah, they've been reintroduced.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
I didn't see any of those. Third day, horrendous. I could hardly walk, but I made it. And there was one day where we went down into a valley, and the only place that we could get any food or water or drink was a coffee shop, and that was the only place. And it was in a valley like this. So I spent half the day walking down the hill, got to this place, sat on a little like grass, like green, sat on like a green outside the coffee shop, like lied down with a coffee and a cake, and just like munched the entire thing. Just like down the coffee, went and got a glass of water before I left, filled up my water bottle, and then there was just a hill the other side, which took like another half the day.
Surely at the start of your day, you're going, I'm 2 days in, my leg is already fucked.
Mm-hmm.
How am I lasting the month or so?
Yeah, obviously I was, but I just didn't know
You
what was
didn't-
going to happen.
You just
And I
kept
couldn't
firing
really go
through.
anywhere.
Right,
There
yeah.
were no train stations around, so I had to get to a place
Yeah.
where there was a
You
train
were like,
station.
fuck.
At least, like, before I even started thinking about that, I was like... oh, man,
It's not
what
just
am I-
like you
what
can
am I
call an
gonna do?
Uber. You can't just call an Uber, mate.
I had
you
to
know?
look, actually. There's no Ubers.
Like secretly, like you and John are walking, and John, the other guy you're going with, he's still walking there now, and we're going to why Ed's not walking. But he must have been walking there, like thinking, yeah, we got this, man. Deep in your mind, like, fuck, I don't know if I can last another day. Can't even last another day.
Yeah.
Were you transparent with him, or were you like not wanting to put the vibes down? Because I feel like if you're very selfish in that moment.
I definitely did. I definitely told him that I was struggling.
Yeah.
But like there were points where he was struggling as well, but then he just sort of... I think his shoes were better, but he had way more training. Like, way more training.
No.
He had from like the 16th of July off, and we left on the 29th of July. And he was basically walking every day. Not every day, but like did loads of walking before, and gradually increased the weight on his back to what his pack weight was, and trained in the shoes, did like 20-mile walks.
So basically did what you're meant to do before a walk across the entire UK.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's mental.
Yeah.
And he's still doing now. So, John, if you somehow hearing this, maybe even a month, or if you don't even hear this, I hope you're doing well, fella. Stay in there. Yeah, so your third day, you're at this valley.
Yeah, get to the top of the other side.
You've had your coffee and cake.
Yeah, just as I...
Coffee and cake, by the way, not really the most nutritious thing if you're walking 6 hours a day.
It just needed the burst of energy. You know what I mean?
I thought
Because
you would have brought like some...
village.
Like,
I had water, obviously.
Not like
I
gels
didn't,
or like such.
no.
No, okay.
No, it wasn't. It's not that intense. Like you get those for when you're like proper pacing it, like running and shit.
Yeah, I know, but this is still quite strenuous, as you said. It's like your legs are like fucked. So it's pretty mental what you're doing, just very slowly.
The main reason I fucked it was because of the heaviness of my back.
Yeah.
If I backed lighter, it would have been a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
But I was literally carrying around a quarter of my body weight on my back.
Yeah.
Over a quarter of my body weight. Literally, mate. Like nearly half of my fucking body weight on my back.
Mental.
And then, yeah, we walked up the top of the hill. Amazing views. Obviously, we're at the top of this massive hill. And still had like an hour and a half of walking to the next village.
Right.
Got to the next village. and I was hobbling real bad at this point.
And this is day 3.
This is day 3. I could hardly walk, but we went and sat in a fish and chip shop and had sit-down meal.
Fish and chips, notoriously also a really nutritious meal. Welcome to England, where we just fry stuff with chips.
Yeah, actually, Scotland.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And then, but for the rest of the time we were like eating, I don't know, breakfast would be like apples. And
that's good.
It would be like an apple and, for me it was like a pastry.
Yeah.
Like an apple and a pastry, trying to get the calories up.
Yeah.
And then we had like meal deals in the middle of the day.
Yeah, this was something I was going to ask you. So while going on a walk like this, how are you eating and how many calories do you have to eat a day? So you're going on this walk.
So we found out that if we, just to basically stay alive, you need to eat the minimum that a person would eat. Like on a normal day, you need to eat like at least like 2,500, 3,000 calories. If you wanted to stay the same weight, we'd need to eat 4,200 or something. And then if we wanted to gain weight while we were walking, or like at least feel like we're full while we're walking, we need to eat 6,000 calories.
Mental.
Yeah. Well, we got nowhere near that. Like
yeah. And mental. It'd be interesting to see like the statistics of like, or just see people before and after the walk. I remember even after walking up Mount Snowdon, man, I was looking much skinnier than I was at the top. Genuinely.
Yeah.
I was like, bloody hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how many calories is it just to... So if you ate 2,500, you'd just be losing so much body weight.
Yeah.
Just be killing you.
Yeah, you don't have enough energy on that, and that's why we were trying to like... We'd stop on the side of the road and just like fucking inhale this chocolate bar and just give us that burst of energy and a few calories for the day, but...
Yeah, do you want to... kind of tell us how this story ends, mate? The sad story?
Yeah, so the third night we had this food in this village. I was obviously struggling really bad at this point with how bad my legs and feet
And where are you up to in on the journey?
So on the third day we were, what was that, like 53 miles in or something like that? 55 miles, I don't know, just guessing.
Say it for them, matey, they won't know.
Yeah,
Looks a bit better.
And then figured out after that we had another 2 hours to walk.
Mental.
On that day, and it was like 7 o'clock at night. And we were both like, well, we need to walk a bit further, else we're just going to be so far behind.
Yeah.
So we were both just like, right, okay, let's go. And then as we set off, it started raining, tipping it down.
Classic Scotland.
So I was just hobbling with a coat on, still just shorts on.
Oh, I'd love to see a picture of you just really depressed. Yeah. Not that I hate you that much, but also it would give me happiness.
I didn't have a rain cover for my bag, so I just ripped apart a bin bag and covered the bag with it.
Oh, I would just love to see a sad little face of yours. Now that I know you're safe, you know what I mean?
And then...
Sorry.
Literally, mate.
Sorry, just that picture.
Yeah. Obviously, the entire start of that 2 hour walk, I was just like, no.
Yeah,
for the first hour. And then somehow on the second hour of that 2 hour walk, I just like didn't give a fuck and just basically was running. I was like, I just want to go to bed.
Oh, so you got like you started sprinting, yeah. Your body's going into fight or flight. Your legs like, we need to get there soon, man. We need to lie down. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
At
mental.
That point, after that, basically, both of my feet were covered in blisters. Like, didn't have any plasters to put on them. Nothing. Like, it was fucked. I couldn't move my feet basically. I couldn't step on my feet. The second day, we had a 2 hour walk in the morning to the next village, and I got maybe an hour and 10 minutes into that walk, still real bad, leg hurting so much, even more than it was the day before.
You needed some morphine. You need like Florence Nightingale to come give you some.
It pulled all the muscles. Like, it still aches slightly now, and it was like proper bad. I just knew that I needed to do something else that was going to cause some sort of permanent damage.
Yeah.
So I decided that I would. Before that, I also ran out of water because the campsite we stayed at that we walked to didn't have a fucking water tap. And we were banking on it having a water tap, and I just basically downed all my water the night before. Because we were walking for 2 hours, I needed a drink.
Yeah.
We had like 3 bottles to put water in. Mm-hmm. But there was nowhere to fill it up. So I basically went on the second day, 2 hour walk to begin the day until we got to a shop
With no water.
with a quarter of a bottle of water.
God.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you need one of those ads, like those water ads on you? You can save Ed Walker. Nah, man. No, I'm saying this now, but I would also just be as bad, mate, or even worse. But I'm glad you're home safe.
I also, when I ran out of water, I collapsed on the side of the road. Not collapsed, but like I just felt like I couldn't move.
Do you fall to your knees? Did you have like a Jesus, like God save me?
It was next to a lay-by. I saw a bollard on the side of the road, and I just propped my bag up against it, and then sat next to my bag, just looking very upset.
You know, in the UK, when there's like roads and you see the SOS thing sometimes, did you have a look at that and just go, God, I need to call that.
No.
Get me home.
Just ring the RAC.
With your legs though.
Just ring the RAC for broken legs.
You didn't think about that, no?
There wasn't one though.
No. So during this walk, you're walking with someone 6 hours a day, even though you didn't quite get all the way. What was like the maddest thing you two said? Because while I'm in with someone for a long period of time, you know how I am. My mind drifts everywhere.
We had long periods where it would just be, right, we just need to walk, and we were starting to get fed up, so we just wouldn't speak. But like we were quite far apart from each other, and we were just like both just walking forward on a main road, single file way, that we didn't really say much sometimes, but then just from behind me, John would just shout some mad things, like just random words or something, and I'd just be looking behind him like,
yeah.
You good, mate? And
yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Probably walking so long, you go, yo, that's actually a really attractive sheep, you know? just haven't seen any other human.
I had a few, to be fair. John being a Welshman, there was one point where I think there was like a field of sheep that he's walking past, and I turned around and looked, and he was like just sort of walking, but just like staring at them like this. And then I think I videoed the sheep just like, to begin with, I just like videoed the sheep running away.
Yeah.
And then I like slowly panned to John just like staring at them like this. And then it was just like Predator and his prey or something, I think I shouted in the background. Like.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it was that type of thing where you're being quiet, and I suppose you can't talk I can talk to you for 6 hours a day. Bloody hell.
I can hardly manage this.
Yeah. We're like struggling what to talk about now.
But no, I don't know. I found some old lady's glasses in a lay-by that had been ran over and had no lenses, but they were still in perfect working condition, and I wore them for about 2 hours.
They have no lenses, but they're still in perfect condition.
You know what I mean? They're still open. They weren't all like crushed into pieces.
Right, that isn't working condition. The whole point of
but
the whole point of glasses.
Working condition for me because I don't need glasses.
True, actually,
yeah.
It's subjective.
Yeah. I just wanted to wear them, and they were like proper like bright green, massive, fucking stupid looking glasses, and I wore them for like 2 hours.
The sight of you walking gets worse and worse. God,
yeah.
looking like an escaped convict or something.
Yeah, that was when my spirits were higher on the first day.
Yeah.
Before I broke all my body.
We've gone through 3 days. The last day of the walk, the last day of your part of the walk, what happened?
So that was the start of that 2 hour trip at the start of that day.
Yeah.
Was me collapsing on the side of the road. I then rang up a coach company to ask them if they do taxis or if any coaches can come pick me up from this place.
You're sat on the side of a road in some rural Scottish country.
I was in a lay-by
trying to walk
about 5 minutes away from the nearest town by car. Probably about another 35-40 minute walk for me. I just couldn't do it. So I rang him up and I was just like, mate, I can't move. Please, if there's anyone there at your company who'd be able to help me. And he just goes, oh, I'm on my lunch break, mate. I'll come grab you. Lucky
guy, man.
I was like, oh, thank you so much.
That could have been the end of you, you know?
Not quite. I think I would have desperately ran into the road, like, give me a fucking...
Yeah.
But, no, he came and picked me up. Apparently drove past John, because John had like gone on. I was like, go on without me kind of thing.
God.
And John had gone a bit
John's
further.
John's absolutely acing it.
But then the guy like drove past John and was just like, hey mate, are you struggling a bit? And he goes, yeah, I'm not doing too well today actually.
But my friend is absolutely dead.
But then the guy was just like, oh, do you want to lift into town? He was like literally on the edge of town.
Yeah.
And John was just like, oh no. There's a guy back there like at a lay-by and he just can't move. So he came and picked me up. The first thing he said was like, Jesus Christ, your bag's a bit big, isn't it? I was just like, yes it is. And then I got lifted into the middle of town to a co-op, downed loads of water, ate a meal deal, sat on the wall, waited for John to arrive. and then basically told him I'm going to get a train to
Yeah.
the next village and wait for you there. And John walked for 2 hours to the next village as well.
Absolutely bossing it.
Met me there. We camped in the park. I told him that night, I was like, I'm going home tomorrow. I can't do it anymore. And he was like, well, yeah, if you're going to cause damage and you can't do it, whatever.
Good friend, man.
And then, yeah, I got the train home at like 10:15 the next morning, got back into Manchester at 10:30
Lovely, man.
that night.
Is there anything you taken away from the experience that you'd kind of maybe want to tell the people?
Well, obviously training, better, but Scotland's amazing and I want to go back where I don't have to walk the entire thing. I just want to like rent a van with some mates and just chill.
Yeah, maybe use vehicles, man. Maybe not just your legs. You know, we've invented like transport. We've got bikes now. We've got cars.
I was thinking maybe we might cycle it.
God.
Not from the top to the bottom, but I mean on the second like bit. If we don't get it all done, we'll just like finish it off on bikes maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of a cheating, but we move. No, it's fine. I'm in a very thing where I could just take the piss because I wasn't involved in it. But they're raising money for charity. John is still going. Yeah. I'll put the link to the charity in the description.
We've raised nearly £900 out of our
900
target now. So.
900. Even if we get up to £905, £990 and £1.
Any donations will be much appreciated.
Go donate. Yeah. So that wasn't, mate. That must have been a fight for your life at some points.
It wasn't. I was just not prepared for it, and I knew I could get home if I needed to, because I was getting into a point where we were far enough to get trains now at like every village.
Oh, okay.
So I was just like, I'll get here. Oh no, I can't do it from here. I'll go wait for John. Then the next one. Oh wait, no, I still can't do it. I'll get on the train all the way home.
No. I was saying fight because it was a beautiful way to segue to our next one. To be honest, mate. No, we've got the recent news where KSI has cancelled his fight with Alex Wasabi.
Yeah. I mean,
classic. I was looking forward to that fight so much.
I thought he was going to absolutely fuck him up.
Well, I think he was fucking him up, but Alex Wasabi, he had a head concussion or he broke his wrist. I'm not sure which one, but one of them.
Right, okay.
Either way, he's out of the fight.
Yeah.
And which must be... Imagine training that much and the guy just pulls out.
Mate, it was so weird for me because I watched all the videos basically leading up to that fight on KSI's channel.
Yeah.
And then as I was watching the last one, the Swarmz thing popped up. I was like...
What did you say?
The Swarmz.
Swarmz. Everybody's getting his name wrong. No, I'm laughing because everybody outside the UK. Well, you're from UK and don't know. Yeah, everybody that's outside the UK wanted to see that fight. Is like, who the hell is Swarmz? And to be fair, like it's a much smaller fight, and basically it was on the contract.
Yeah.
So it was a rematch. He was gonna fight Swarmz like only if Alex was. It was very unlikely. So Swarmz he's been picked and. Now on that card,
no, nobody cares.
Nobody cares about that card on that card now. That fight on that card. Yeah. God, the vodka. No, nobody cares about that fight anymore. But I'm really interested to see Fuzi versus Deji, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fuzi Tube. Do you remember watching his pranks back in the day?
No, I don't know.
No, big like his
I've seen
prank.
Like the videos of him. He's
mental, mate. But if you see any boxing footage from him, like honestly, yeah. I don't want to eat my words. Deji's, but I'm back. I've got to back Deji in that fight, man. I hope Deji wins. Bloody hell, he just keeps rematching. I rate it. He doesn't care that he's losing. He's just like, yeah, give me that other paycheck, sure. Pay to lose? In what other job? That's actually insane. Very, very, yeah, but we got Fuzi fighting Deji, and then apparently the Blueface fight got cancelled.
I'm pretty sure he got
Blueface and Temper. Face Temper.
Yeah, I don't know whether anyone else has stepped in for Blueface. I have no idea.
No, but that's annoying because that was another big one.
What was it? No, I swear it was someone else fighting Blueface.
Oh really?
I can't remember. Mate.
I'll look it up now just so we're not looking like idiots. Blueface.
I'm pretty sure he cancelled anyway. He dropped out.
Mad. Yeah, it just seems like, I don't know, for these YouTubers to pull out, it's such a big paycheck.
Yeah.
To pull out, it just shows how much money they must be on.
Yeah,
yeah, it is versus FaZe Temper. It is. Yeah. Oh, it is off, for sure. It is off. So, and there isn't anybody yet stepping in place. But yeah, no, that's with a lot of these fights, man. They're just, it's the promotion. The promotioners are awful.
Some
of the fighters don't even get paid.
Really?
Because they expect to sell more tickets, they don't make enough money, and then these fighters aren't paid. It's very odd, but I just want to see KSI versus Jake Paul at some point. I don't know when I'm going to see that, but it's going to be mental.
Yeah.
I'd love that fight.
I mean, the hype would be insane, but
yeah,
I don't think I've ever watched any of the fights.
Any of you didn't even watch? Really? KSI, Joe Weller,
No.
Logan Paul? Oh man.
I didn't watch any of them.
I suppose you're from a different generation, mate. You know.
I just watched the highlights like I do with the UFC.
Fair. No, I paid for all of them legally, mate.
Did you?
Definitely.
Oh no.
Because I'm a law-abiding citizen, man. What can I say? And apart from that, mate, we've got my family's been really annoying me recently. Not really annoying me, but Premier League started, and they've all wanted me to join their fantasy. It's like everyone in my family has now become like, oh, we're all into football.
I literally caught up with Brighton yesterday. No, it's the day before. I think it was anyway. I can't remember. Literally 5 minutes into our conversation, it was, oh, you on fantasy football? And I was like,
I don't get how it's such a big thing.
I never got on it, but he was just like, well, if we have 21 in our league, we might get cash prizes.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, that doesn't affect me because I'm not going to win.
Yeah, I was like, my family started doing it. Like, fair, my brother signed up and my other brother, but then my sister joined. I'm like, okay, it's a bit of fun, but at the same time, like, I'm just not interested in it. Like, I'm so excited for the World Cup in December, but I don't know. I think it happens every year, and I'm just not asked to keep up with it. Whereas,
no, look, but fantasy football is another step on top of that. Is you have to keep up with every single team. You have to keep up with every single team to see who's doing best.
Who has that much time? I don't know. I have that much time, but I just don't want to put my time into that. Anyway, rambling about.
Mine's just like maybe following United every now and again.
Yeah.
I was going to try and follow it this season because I thought their pre-season looked quite good, and then they got fucked by Brighton. So
yeah, Manchester United's first game against Brighton, wasn't it 4-2?
What?
The score.
This season? No,
yeah,
just 2-0 to Brighton.
2-0 to Brighton. Okay. I don't know why I was saying 4-2, but yeah, I saw the highlights for that, and it was in. We're pretty close to the stadium as well. Mental, man. I don't know what that club's doing wrong, but.
Well, they had a really good pre-season where they were winning quite easily.
Yeah.
With like all their new players and everything, and we were like, oh, new manager, new players, might have changed.
Yeah.
Just get shit on by Brighton in the first Premier League game.
Fucking yeah. Seaside town, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, I don't follow it enough to talk about it much.
But we're basically saying, don't push your fantasy league agendas at us. You know.
yeah.
No means no. I feel like I was, without my consent, they were trying to sign me up to that.
I mean, yeah, that's what happened to me, to be fair, because Ryan basically just took my phone and signed me into his league. So.
Fantasy leagues, yeah.
Oh no, I think he did it for Hannah's phone, actually. I kept mine out of his way. So, yeah.
I feel like because I didn't want to sign up to his fantasy league with my family, I'm not as connected to my family anymore. You know, I'm going to be out there.
They're all having fun in the fantasy league.
Join our fantasy league. They're like, oh, you're still not in the fantasy league? Go away. You can't eat dinner with us. Next time we go into... Yeah, man, I don't know.
No, you don't know which players are playing well this season. Okay.
Yeah, ever since I moved to uni, I've just had like more time. Like, what do I want to watch? And there's never a moment where I go, I want to watch football. I don't know. I love international football, but for some reason, Premier Leagues, it's not for me.
No, I was thinking the other day that I literally use football as an excuse to go to the pub and have a drink.
And there's way better excuses to go to the pub now. Think about it. Well, that's an easy one, but we're more creative than that, you know?
Yeah. I think that camera's just...
Hey, camera. About to die.
About to run out of battery.
About to die.
My face has disappeared. Was there any other topics on our lovely list of fun? Or you want to talk about?
Has that camera stopped recording? Or has it been recording at all?
I think it's still recording. Lol. You just got wide angle this entire time.
At the end of the podcast, it just gets worse.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Production value goes down here.
So, yeah, I think that's everything I really wanted to talk about.
Yeah, there's nothing else on.
Well, there is. You can react to Andrew Tate if you want for the first time.
No. Well, I'll research that for next
time. Next time. We've been recording. I don't know. I think.
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, over an hour for now, like the audio wise. So we're okay. Okay, mate. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, just having a quick look on here. No, I think we're good.
Yeah. No. God. Shall we do a little outro?
Yes.
Every time you're here, you do not want to be here, mate. I swear.
No, I'm just getting real hot and sweaty.
It is hot. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to get out of this room.
Yeah.
But we will say thank you very much. Fuck the haters.